Hello servers, and thank you for tuning in. It's great to have you with us. We are still guests at Dr.Wack. In previous videos, we looked at the all-in-one intensive cleaner and what it can do. Now, we have examined the new Power Foam as a shampoo and what it can do. Now you have not only made improvements there and enhanced products, but also with your leather products, especially the leather cleaner. Right. So Hobby, tell us briefly what you had in mind. It's just the leather cleaner that is new. The care for you sand remains unchanged. Okay. So what did you think about the leather cleaner, and especially how do we show later with a nice test? What has improved here?
Our motto is always that we want to be the best and we want to continuously develop it further. That is why our formulations are actually always under review. When we see opportunities to improve the products, we do so. In this case, it was the leather cleaner. We noticed that the cleaning performance could be significantly improved here. At the same time, we have now developed a testing method where we can very reproducibly determine and measure the cleaning effect of the leather cleaner. How do we proceed? We have white synthetic leather here.
Synthetic leather, as seen here on the back, is the base material, and the finishing is applied on top.
We have defined test areas, as seen here with the blue borders. We apply 1.15 ml of a defined test dirt again. The test dirt is recommended by IKW, Industrieverband für Körperpflege und Waschmittel, the industry association for personal care and detergents we belong to, and a test dirt was established. We modified it a bit to make it even more stubborn. We need this in order to truly separate the wheat from the chaff and to see clear differences between the individual formulations, because the standard IKW test dirt was too easy to remove for us, and that is why we have made it a bit more challenging. We let this test dirt dry for 1 hour at 100 degrees in use, and then we go over it with brushes and our defined wiping device to remove the excess dirt. Understood.
So that there is no crust on it, so to speak.
And then we wipe off the fine dust that remains with the wiping device and a damp microfiber cloth. And so we have uniform starting conditions for each test product. Absolutely understood the same way. Good. And now let's take a look at the cleaners during the cleaning time.
This is really the worst case now. Very bright white synthetic leather. Tesla drivers will have a song to sing about it. Very strong dirt. And then we'll see how well your cleaner performs. And we will also include competitor products to compare.
Okay, let's go. So, we have the prepared leather pieces here at our wiping device. Before we start, we need to document the initial condition. What is the initial condition of these soiled leather pieces? And for that, we use our whiteness measuring device. Your what? Our whiteness measuring device. Is that new now?
You didn't have it last time, did you?
Yes. Together with the development of the methods, we have also included the whiteness measurement as a fixed component in the testing so that it can be measured accurately rather than assessed visually. The whiteness degree has a scale from 0 to 100. 0 means black and 100 means white. And we are now moving more into the black area here. We will measure 5 measurement points per test area.
Can this device also measure darkening on paint and plastic and so on?
We have another device for that which is better suited. So now we have the first value, and it is now at 2886. There we have 27.96. There we have a value of 30.56. Once more.
That's the difference between testing, like Sebastian and I do, and testing when it's done in a laboratory. It is about working as precisely and reproducibly as possible. One should not rely solely on one's own judgment.
Yes, with a lot of practice, so number 4 has 29.41. With a lot of practice, one can also assess it visually, but that requires a great deal of experience. However, measurement values are always better because they are clearly more reproducible and independent of the person conducting the test. That's how it is. Yes. So, we now have our leather cleaner on test surface number 1. Then we have 2 reference leather cleaners for comparison, and in the 4th Petri dish, we only have tap water to see how tap water performs against this test dirt, and whether water can clean at all.
Correctly considered, Albi, you told me earlier that your leather cleaner is pH neutral and contains no solvents.
Right, exactly.
It is important that the leather is not only cleaned well, but also cleaned gently.
Our guideline is to achieve perfect cleaning performance. and absolute material preservation.
Sebastian, when the guy looks away later, we'll just take this whole device with us, because that would be pretty cool for tests. So what's important?
100 grain each, yes. And now, under defined conditions, we are conducting the wiping cycles.
How many are you doing now?
5. Okay, that means one wiping cycle is going one way and then back. You send.
Oh, look at that. Something is really happening.
Yes, you can already see the first differences.
Yes, clearly.
All right. In this process, now the second step follows, carefully using a damp microfiber cloth to thoroughly and meticulously remove excess dissolved dirt and cleaner.
It is not only the removal of the cleaner but also of the dissolved dirt. Otherwise, it may influence the results. Correct. Very, very exciting device. Here also 2 cycles, sorry.
I believe you can already see the differences now.
We don't need the measuring device for that. However, we will measure it anyway. By the way, please give Franziska a thumbs up for this video for how professionally and wonderfully she operates the device here. Because it would be difficult for us if we had to conduct the test ourselves and talk at the same time. Yes, you can already see it with the naked eye, but we will measure it anyway. That looks impressive? Exactly. As a reminder, Area 1 is the A, Leather Cleaner.
Okay, then let's carry out the measurement now. So, you can already see at first glance that there are significant differences between the products. Visually, number 1 is the cleanest, followed by numbers 2, 3, and 4. So the cleaner and tap water are almost indistinguishable. We now want to confirm this visual impression by conducting a second measurement.
Plus, we have now measured the pH values of all the cleaners beforehand. Yours is pH neutral. This one has a pH value of 10 to 11, and this one is already around 12. And the water is of course pH neutral again, which also shows that a high pH value alone does not guarantee satisfactory cleaning performance. And much more importantly for leather is that the 12 here is simply too much.
So, Field 1 now has a whiteness degree of 54.57.
Okay, we had 28.8 C.
The larger and higher the value, the better the cleaning result.
What I wanted to say is that a high pH value is definitely harmful to the top coat in the long run.
Therefore, 4649, no.
2.
4649.
Well, one doesn't have to say that whoever has a product did a job in 2001. Not as good as yours, but they did a job. And that's number 3. It's just a sad result. One can't say it any other way.
We have a value of 34.6.
That is 46. That is hardly an improvement.
We had 30s before. Now we have water. $36.38.
Wait. Okay, so measured water actually cleaned better than the strongly alkaline cleaner there? Okay, so product no. 3 has a very disappointing result, and with product no, 2, it has at least done something, but yours performed even better.
You can also see here that the fields are not completely clean. Yes, we deliberately chose it this way so that we can really work out the fine differences and separate the wheat from the chaff. And we also need a little room for improvement.
Exactly, yes. Plus, technically speaking, we are not even sure if the dirt you are using here, which you bake into the leather at 100 degrees, has already been drawn into the finishing, into the top coat, and that the cleaner may not be able to remove it at all. What else is there to add? For me, this is the most shocking part. Your cleaner impresses me. But what shocks me even more is that the cleaner cleans worse than water. At a pH value of 12, That's quite an achievement. I must say, hats off, but yours really delivered, I have to say. You can see it visually and you can see it in the numbers.
What can be observed? We have a very good, consistent baseline. This means that the method is very well reproducible. In Delta, we have the best cleaning performance, followed by product No, 2, then comes water, and finally, product Gnome 3. And when you look at the test fields, you can see exactly that the optical impression perfectly matches the measurement results. This means that the method truly reflects reality. In other words, through the measurement, I can perfectly determine the cleaning performance, and the result is absolutely reproducible.
Yes, and I would like to repeat it again. I mean, you always say it too, the pH value alone doesn't say much. When it comes to leather, you have to say that yours is the only one, here besides water, that is pH neutral. Alkaline, strongly alkaline, and with leather, it is the case that the top coat gets damaged over time if it is repeatedly cleaned with strongly alkaline agents. That's just how it is. Therefore, the result is even more impressive when you know that
one can see that leather cleaning can be perfected by combining good cleaning performance with absolute material preservation. We do not need highly alkaline ingredients or highly alkaline compositions. It is also possible to achieve results in the neutral range. Our leather cleaner clearly demonstrates this. And this is again an example where we fulfill our philosophy that we have the best products on the market. Exactly.
Thank you for tuning in. I hope it was exciting for you. Please give us a thumbs up, especially give a thumbs up to Haubi and his team. We also don't want to forget Franziska, who is behind the camera, and tune in again for the next video. Bye.